That's the Mediterranean. You think that this symbol stands for...
The dove, yes. But
that could be the ruined building that stands by the watering point. That's the mountain called Saba.
What does this little symbol mean?
That's the symbol for...
We'll head back. We've got the key fragment and the family is buried. Let's leave them in peace. I'd rather say nothing to her than talk. The mountain is called Sababa. There's nothing for us there. We've got that key fragment already. Those must be the temple ruins that the old Zerzurians spoke about. There's supposed to be a room there with a map on which Zerzura is marked. I don't have anything to ask the Emir. That's another piece of the key to the city gate of Zerzura. I'll tie the rope here.
Good idea. Make sure that you can't find Zerzura itself on the map. This place here is too unknown for an orientation point. You had better look for something more striking.
That's the mountain calls.
There's another little symbol.
Where? Ah, that is the Egyptian symbol for distance.
Look here. In the southeast. Zerzur must be right there.
There's a range of black rocky mountains there. There's supposed to be an old monastery nearby.
A monastery in the middle of the desert?
It's an old pilgrim site, about 2 days' march from here.
Now I understand what the Inquisitor meant. I heard him talking about an old pilgrim site when I was in prison. That must have been the monastery.
For sure. Southeast is also the direction he is supposed to have taken.
What is he doing in the monastery? Does he hope to find the missing fragments of the key there?
Possibly. And if the thing about the mountains is true, then he's also quite close to Zerzur.
Zerzur is actually supposed to be surrounded by mountains.
Then the city must be easy to find. And perhaps we don't need the pieces of the key at all. We'll just climb over the walls, or have sail down from one of the mountains.
If it were that easy, then the Inquisitor would have been in there ages ago. Right, Ramon?
Yes, the pieces of the key don't just open the gate. They ensure that Zerzur can be found in the first place. Without the complete key, the city remains hidden to those searching.
Oh, mystical. That really pushes the prices up.
What are you talking about? We are not making this journey in order to plunder the city.
I don't intend to, but a tiny little brick as a souvenir, or a prong from the Queen's crown, that's fair enough, isn't it?
Don't you dare!
Ramon, calm down! Ah! You mustn't get all wound up. Raffi didn't mean it like that, right, Raffi?
Right. I'm crawling through the desert on my last legs, purely out of friendship.
There'll be something or other in it for you. Now pull yourself together and behave like a nice person for a change.
Like you mean? First, I'll have to fall in love with a smart talker from Barcelona.
Don't talk rubbish.
Zerzur lies southeast of here, close to a monastery. Now all we need is the key. As long as I don't have to talk to him, I'd prefer... We'll head back to the... We've now got 3 pieces of the key out of 12.
The rest of them we'll simply take from the Grand Inquisitor in that monastery. What's it called again?
The Stone Monastery of the Holy Virgin.
But what if there are then still some pieces missing?
No worries. Our collection will then be complete.
Where do you know that from?
Because I'm not deaf. Back home in Tripoli, it was long going around that the noble Grand Inquisitor was going crazy over 3 pieces of crystal. I'd always thought that it was all to do with something that was made of 3 crystal pieces, but now I know what it was really all about.
Then we have exactly the number he has been looking for. Fantastic!
If he only knew how close he's been all this time.
Then let's do it like Raffi has suggested. Let's go to the monastery and grab the rest.
Onward and upward!
Just a minute. How are we actually going to get there?
Quite simple. We follow the caravan route all the way to the mountains. There, you have to go through an arch of rock, and behind that the pilgrim trail begins. Then you just follow that.
What's all this you? Don't you want to come with us, Honorable Emir?
The monastery is easy to reach, and you'll find it easily enough without me. My journey here is at an end. My valued friends, I am turning back.
But why?
On the search for Zerzur, it has become clear to me that I too have a home city for which my heart longs, and for which it is worth fighting. Tripoli. I am needed more urgently there than here.
Then I thank you for your help.
Yes, Emir. Many thanks for that.
I have you to thank, my dear friends.
Live well, Emir.
Live well. May the voices in your hearts always guide your step, and may the ground beneath your feet be ever firm.
The search for Zerzur brought the group directly to the lion's den. They pitched camp close to the monastery where the Grand Inquisitor was allegedly resident. From the distance came the angry rumbling of a gathering storm.
Ramon is sleeping.
Just as well. The journey has taken its toll on him.
Very true. Rocking about on one of those ships of the desert takes it out of anyone, even under normal circumstances.
Well, I'd rather ride 1,000 times over than have to walk.
No. Such a camel ride feels worse than sailing in a sinking ship, in a storm, and under cannon fire.
Don't tell me you've already experienced such a thing.
Stop bickering and give some careful thought as to how we're going to get into the monastery.
You're right. The convict is more important now.
I'm just wondering exactly how we're going to get in. Creeping up there wouldn't even work in the dark. There's not one single bush to take cover behind.
What if we happen to be nomads, inquiring about a place to rest our heads?
Might work. The monks in the monastery rely on the hospitality of the Bedouins. Otherwise, they'd have been gone long ago.
Good. So we're Bedouins then.
But not dressed like this. I could maybe pass for a son of the desert, but anyone could see from miles away that you are not from around here.
Then let's get wrapped up in desert garments.